Dumelang. Guys, how many times must we sit and listen to an alliance partner of the ANC telling us how much the ANC is a sellout to white monopoly capitalists? How many times must we listen to an alliance partner telling us the leadership of the ANC has sold out to the revolution, while the same alliance partner is still sitting in the partnership with the ANC? I mean, the Communist Party has been threatening to leave their alliance partnership with the ANC for years now. And without fail, they just remain in that abusive relationship. Today, they've got the audacity to warn us and inform us by educating us of how much this government of national unity is a flop. Then why is it that the Communist Party never grows balls and take action behind their words? So Mapaila was found in another interview, an alliance partner of the ANC attacking the ANC for the decision they made for going in government with white monopoly capitalists. All of us are asking ourselves, can Soli hear himself? In everything is yip-yapping? Is he going to take any actions? Or are they just going to sit like powerless party, the Communist Party is, and just stay in that abusive relationship while they are busy telling us how much of a toxic relationship it is to be in a relationship with the ANC while it's still in bed with the DA? I mean, it's boring now.
Welcome to King Said So, Africa's one land, one language, one currency, one army on King Said So. Africans can unite. Your Pan-Africanist podcast. Enjoy.
Zuma, as well as MK Party in other words, and the EFF are no threat to the ANC like the DA, which represent monopoly capital. Our strategic enemy in this country is monopoly capital. Those are just political adversaries who have political office. They cannot change society. They have nothing. Why is the ANC afraid of them? And why the ANC want to equate the EFF and MK Party to the DA? And leaders say, a national chair of the ANC, Gweda Mantashe, with due respect. He says, no, MK Party and the EFF came from the ANC. They are the enemies of the ANC as much as the DA. What nonsense is that? It's poor politics. It's poverty of politics.
Peace in Pan-Africanism to all my African brothers and sisters from all around the world. Welcome back to King Said So. I'm your host, Kagiso Hlongwane Zinjiva Sono, and we're back at it again with another one. And this time around, I want to speak about this interview Sol Mapaila had with Cyril Welsh. Well, for those who haven't subscribed to Cyril's channel, please continue to subscribe and supporting the brother. He's doing great. I think, if not the best source of information when it comes to the political world in South Africa right now. And if you want Pan-Africanism, obviously you come back to your king. Listen, guys, I'm sick and tired of this Sol Mapaila, guys. It's the things that he says is right, but the things that he does is opposite to the things that he said. He's rightfully saying that, listen, the ANC can't classify the DA as the same enemy like the EFF and the MK. They are not. We all know that. You know, these two parties come from the ANC, and it's because of division in the ANC. But most of all is this issue of Cyril Ramaphosa that we keep on ignoring. Cyril Ramaphosa has come to destroy the ANC and destroy it completely. Since the man took presidency in 2019 till today, name one good thing that you can say about King when it comes to 1, 2, 3. Cyril has done well. That's just two things, just 1, 2, 3 things, you know. So the MK Party and the EFF, for me, was going to be the best viable coalition government for the ANC, even for Soli. But the issue is the Cyril factor. Nobody's talking about this Cyril factor. They speak around his name, but they never speak about his name directly. Let's listen to this clip from Season Pofu's channel. And what did Soli say about this coalition? He says it gives him sleepless nights. Interesting.
I must say firstly that I'm very stressed by this situation. It's given me sleepless nights. I'm writing a lot about this moment, and I think every time I reflect on this, I get deeply disappointed. First, by the political choice that the ANC made. It's a gross error, serious mistake. And I believe it's a political choice. Because there were other possibilities for the ANC not to collaborate with the DA. Because the DA doesn't represent any iota of the interests of the majority of our people. It's a party of white interest, of the white minority. It has inherited the colonial regime's interest, the imperialist regime's interest, the apartheid regime's interest. It is not intended by any measure to bring our country together and to build a united South Africa. It just wants the black person to remain subservient to the white person. This is the deepest pain one feels every day, because our leaders, the political elite, committed this criminality of joining forces with the DA. It's a political choice. I think they will be judged harshly by history, and I call on history to judge them badly for the betrayal of our people. This is a betrayal, Caesar. It cannot be entertained in any political decorations. It cannot be laced in any other form. It's a sellout of the people's aspiration for political convenience.
Now, to Soli's credit, the man did come out from the blocks speaking against the government of national unity ever since its formation. We credit him for that. We are not ignorant. The question is that, okay, Soli, you have complained, and then what? You know, and then what situation that I love pointing out on this channel. I think I must have a t-shirt that says, and then what? After complaining, and then what? What is it that the Communist Party wants to do? He says this thing is stressing him, giving him sleepless nights. Well, then take action. Who's stopping you from winning your colleagues from the Communist Party and say, listen, we are going to stand up for socialism. We are going to make sure that we break away from the ANC, even if it means the death of the Communist Party. Because who knows how many people the Communist Party actually has? What is the number situation? Can they get 500,000 votes, and get a few seats, 2 seats, maybe 3 seats in parliament? Can they? I believe they can, if they can just work their structures properly. But Soli knows that the Communist Party has no structures, credible structures that you can depend on, because those structures are mostly linked to the ANC. So he can't say anything. He says this is a gross mistake, a political choice. Yes, it's a political choice, Soli, that you are involved in, because you are also part of the ANC as an alliance partner. Yes, you wrote to them and said, don't take this decision. Rather, think of the alternative. Work with the MK, work with the EFF. If you don't want to work with the MK, rather work with the EFF and other parties. Leave white monopoly capitalists. But sadly, your alliance partner did not listen to you. And Fikile Mbalula said he has got shock observers when it comes to the Communist Party. Meaning they don't take the Communist Party serious anymore. The threats that the Communist Party, you have threatened to leave the relationship for so long that Fikile Mbalula feels like they can't take your threats anymore. Fikile came out in public and said, we've got shock observers for the Communist Party. And the Communist Party did nothing after that. So you tell me, if Soli can say with a straight face that this thing is going to raise the arrogance of white monopoly capitalists, what is it that Soli wants us to do after informing us We are thankful for the information. But then what does he want us to do? Say history will judge the ANC painfully. Listen, when history judges the ANC painfully, it will judge you also, because you are part of that decision, Soli. And somebody must tell you, you are part of this decision. Because when we judge the ANC, we will judge the alliance partners that never left as well. I think that's a very important thing that the Communist Party is missing. Because they're standing back, they say, oh no, we did not get ministries, we were not part of the negotiations, the ANC, but you stayed in the relationship. You stayed in the relationship. And honestly, some people say he's complaining because they did not get the ministries that they thought they deserve. I'm not sure if you guys understand what I'm saying. When we judge the ANC, we will judge COSATU, we will judge NEHAU, we will judge the Communist Party, we will judge all the alliance partners, we will judge all of them. How? Why should we leave them? Because they were supposed to show the ANC, but okay, now you have made a mistake. You are going to the 2026 elections, local elections alone. We are not going there with you. But they are not doing that. They are not doing that. They're staying in the relationship, hoping for change. What change? What? What change? The ticket of the ANC for the 2029 is already secured. I'm telling you right now, ladies and gentlemen. They've already bought the elections. They've already rigged the numbers. They already know what is going to happen. And more Panyaza can fool themselves thinking that they will take over from Cyril. They are, it's not going to happen. Because in the ANC, the elections, the party elections are being bought with cash. And Cyril Ramaphosa has the money to continue with the domination even outside the party. Because some of you think when Cyril goes, then it's going to end. No. They need to continue to kill the ANC until the ANC is a 20-something% political party. And it is impossible to raise it back again alive. I'm telling you, that's what is going to happen. Let's listen to when he's complaining about the DA, ministers and everything. Soli.
So I'm saying that you can attack Zuma as much as you like and make him to be a bad man, but deal with the issues that the people are putting in front of you. Please, you know. Why do you ignore the SACP or COSATU affiliates who are talking to you as allies now? You rather listen to the DA and not to the SACP. What is that about?
There's deep hurt. Am I reading that correctly, Mr. Ngeni?
Excuse me?
There's deep hurt, it would seem. Are you hurting?
No, I'm hurting myself because, you know, when I came back from exile, I didn't come to South Africa in 1990 through an aeroplane. I came walking with my AK-47 and my pistol, ammunition, my grenades on me, walked through the borders to fight the enemy. So to find yourself being ostracized and rebuffed by newcomers, I'm a figure. I mean, it hurts. It does hurt.
Thank you for your time this morning and for speaking openly with us. We appreciate it.
Worse still, they even put advertisements to justify this thing. They could not even put advertisement to talk about what is the intention of the liberation movement. But they put adverts as government through SABC and others. Even on my way here, I was seeing SABC brandishing ministers of this GNU. For the first time, I've seen this. It's a moment that we should reject with the contempt that it deserves, because it's a sellout position. It reverses many gains. It disrespects the sacrifices of many of our comrades and our people who died in combat for the liberation of these people, of our country. Not to sell it out at the political expedience of the elites that just are addicted to political power, to office. And they don't care about the well-being of the people, but political deals. This, it's a simple political deal. But whoever has weaved this deal together will pay dearly. Because our people will never forget this moment. We will never forget this moment. This period has elevated the arrogance, not only of capital, because fundamentally that's what I'm going to come to, because that's my main prism of critique of this situation.
Sure.
This moment, not just only expressing itself through capitalist lenses, but purely from racial lenses, it has set back our country many decades.
Sure.
Overnight, our people who have been undermined by racists, and I was just indicating to you as we started here that racism and apartheid has not ended in this country. So to the extent that the people we trusted to be in political leadership, who should have been aware about this particular reality, became so naive and accepted this route. It's shocking.
Yeah, I think in today's political days, nobody takes the Communist Party serious. And it's because of these utterances of Soli. Many people might just, say, no, Soli's talking the truth. We as South Africans are tired of people who are talking. We are now demanding action. Actually, we are moved only by action. And nobody promises us anything will excite us anymore. We don't have that energy anymore to be excited over words. And what Soli is saying about the DA ministers being advertised on billboards and everything, that was the plan from the beginning. Infiltrate government. And you guys see with John Steenhuisen trying to employ, he even asked for the reduction of the basic requirements to get into positions so that he can put white people who've got matriculants, who only has matric in it. He's a matriculant himself. So he's got a soft spot for matriculants, to say, let me put my matriculants in this position. What a DA is going to do is appoint racist white people permanently in government position where you can't take them out. Even if you take the government back with the MK 2029 or whatever, with the EFF, however you want to take the government back, you will not be able to remove these permanent government workers. They will just be there in government to make it very difficult for you to make government departments flow again. As things are now, government departments are not flowing. I can tell you that because I work for the state. It's no longer flowing. It's an issue of budget. It's an issue of not knowing what direction are we going because there's a new minister here. The minister is doing this. Minister is ignoring the former ANC employees. The minister wants to bring in their own deployment. The same DA that took the ANC to court for cadre deployment is doing exactly the same thing right now. The chief of staff of Department of Agriculture is this other racist boy by the name of Roman Kanobok or whatever his surname is. They continuously employ their own white racist friends. This is what they do. So, to say that this is a political decision. Okay, sticking with the DA ministers. ANC has got more ministers than any other party. 70% of the cabinet is the ANC ministers. Where do you see ANC ministers raising the standard and say, because we are here, Aaron Motsoaledi, because we are here, Thembi Nkadimeng, and because we are here, all the ministers of the ANC saying, we are going to outshine the DA people. You don't have to outshine them with doing work, because if you look carefully, the DA ministers, what's his name, from the public works, they are not outshining the ANC by doing any work. What they are doing is what they're supposed to do. They're outshining them by putting things in the media space. That's the only trick. Now it looks like the DA people are working, they are there, and minister says there's 338 hijacked buildings in public works, and DN McPherson, the Minister of Public Works, say they managed to retrieve one or win back one. One. It's a cause of celebration. You doing your work. Why must we applaud you for doing your work? The Minister of Home Affairs, what's his name? The Minister of Home Affairs also doing his work. But what they do is advertise it more and more. Minister of Basic Education is failing. She's not too much in public space, in the public media. I don't see her. You only see her when there's other things. When there's a racist attacks and whatever, you don't see the ministers of the DA. And now they are firing many teachers in the Western Cape. It's a story maybe I should cover of what they are doing there in the Western Cape. Education is not important to the DA. Yeah, my faith is Zakala serious. So to say that this was a political choice by the ANC. Yes, the ANC chose Cyril Ramaphosa over the party. And they might deny that the ANC is never about an individual, but right now the ANC is about the dollars underneath the couch, of course. There's nothing they can do to fool us. They can fool themselves, the ANC, and do whatever they're doing, but Tina, we see what is going on. And it is heartbreaking for me for them to even think that we are not aware of what is happening. And I'm so happy that the political consciousness of Africans is waking up slowly but surely. Sometimes it takes some killing in a farm for other black people to re-wake up and understand that we still live in an apartheid state, that we're still living in a place where the government of the ANC allows apartheid to have an expression in schools, in the community, in farms, in the private sector. The government allows that. So it is not shocking for me to see whatever is happening, because our government, it looks away when it comes to racism. It looks away. It looks away. This case of the pigs, where you will see how long this thing is going to drag, and you will see those racist white farmers will not get life imprisonment. And because they've got money, they won't spend 5 to 10 years in prison. Because money buys you around in South Africa. So for him to say it's a biggest setback, I don't think people understand what the word setback means. And the best way I can explain it is that we are pushing a car uphill as the black people. We have one person that we have nominated to be the driver of the car. So he's in the car to control the wheels. We are navigating ourselves up on this hill, and he's controlling. We've got other people that are holding the car from rolling back by pushing it forward. They are pushing the car from the back. I want to explain to you what setback means. As they are pushing the car forward, there is a team in front that is there to remove stones or bushes or trees that might be on the way in this hill, so that we can continue pushing. And when we are tired, there is individuals that are tasked to take stones and put them on the tire wheels and behind the tire wheels, so that this car does not roll back. So they are pushing this car in this hill. So a setback means the guys that we have entrusted with putting the stones so that the car does not roll back are not putting the stones there. We are halfway up in the hill, and the guys who are pushing are getting tired. So the car is starting to roll back. When the car rolls back, those guys need to put the stones behind. Now they did not put the stones behind. Now the car is rolling back, and we are going back to the beginning of the hill. That is the setback that Cyril Ramaphosa has put this country into. I hope you guys understand. So now imagine if it took us 30 years just to get in the beginning of the hill of this mountain, and the next thing we roll back down. How many more years are we going to require to cover this 30 years that we have lost? 30 years. 30 years. And I'm not blaming the Cyril Ramaphosa factor on this 30 years. He is included there. But I'm saying the ANC has cost us 30 years. There is some good they've done. They have painted the car, which we might call housing. They've brought the fuel, the battery, which might call electricity, water, basic water supply and all of that, even though nobody drinks water from the tap anymore. No matter which city you are in, you can't drink water from the tap. You will get sick. This is the South Africa we can boast about. Hi, Buffett. So for me, my final thought is that nobody takes the Communist Party serious. Nobody will ever take the Communist Party serious until the Communist Party has left the ANC. And I don't think they have the balls to do it, basically. I don't think they will. I think they would have announced it now so that they can prepare their people to move out of the Communist Party and move out of the ANC and vote the Communist Party come the local elections so that they can test their strength. You see, maybe also that will make the ANC wake up if the Communist Party goes away. But it's something that is never going to happen. Another thing that is not going to happen is nobody will take black people serious up until black people organize and build institutions on their own. No, guys, nobody will take us serious. Nobody will take us serious until we organize and build institutions. Mina senkhathela to send my people in the streets to toy. I want to use a different tactic. How long have we been toying on the streets? How many tires have we burned? What have we achieved over this thing? The workers of Marikana, what did they achieve from standing in front of live ammunition? We need to come with a new strategic way to fight the system. And one of those strategic ways is formulating institutions that can fight. For example, we are starting Paseta Legal Minds. This will be a group of attorneys that will be appointed by Paseta to fight racist, to fight discrimination, to fight unfair dismissals against our people. Our people are suffering there outside. But because we don't have a AfriForum-like institutions, our people continue to fight and resort to toying, while toying helps you this much, but doesn't get you anywhere. So Paseta is a big brand. It's not only about school. It's not only about, let's educate. We're infiltrating that educational system for a reason, because we want the next generation to be better equipped to fight this system that we are fighting. But if we don't prepare the next generation via the educational system, and we continue taking our children, giving them to our colonizers to educate them, we will always wonder, why is it that we have got coconut children? Is this system, this educational system that our children are in? So we call upon 10,000 people to say monthly, make the contribution of only 50 Rand to Paseta, the dream of Paseta, to say, guys, we want to build our own independent, black independent school. Why? So that we can plant a seed in the minds of our children that will grow and win over our continent in the future. We need to do that, ladies and gentlemen. So we said, come, contribute. And you guys are contributing. I would like to thank everyone that's contributing. Yesterday, I think I said 74 people donated in the month of August. I think we are past 80. We are past 80, guys. The month of August, more than 80 people has contributed. For you, 80 might look like a small number, but for me, it's not. 80 people contributed, some 50 Rand, some 10 Rand, some 20 Rand, some 35 Rand, some 100 Rand, some 200 Rand, some 500 Rand. People are contributing to the dream of Paseta. Because black people are tired of complaining. Africans are saying, we're going to stand up with you, King, and your team, and we're going to make sure this school becomes a success. Let's continue donating to Paseta. Thank you so much, guys. And I always forget to ask you guys, subscribe. Continue subscribing to King Said So. Continue to subscribing to African Mojolo with your boy King. There we speak about relationship, marriages, and all those things that have to do with love, in an African perspective, to say there are other things that when the family structure of the African people is not strong, the whole community breaks. So it's those type of things that we discuss on that other channel. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. Until we meet again, don't forget to pray. After you pray, stand up, African child. Do your best so that God can do the rest. Peace in Pan-Africanism. I salute you.